On this edition of Memphis Energized, talking with residents about how system upgrades can improve service and reliability. Why volunteers went door to door to remember the legacy of a civil rights leader, and a unique program to inspire women to excel in the utility industry. We'll talk about those stories and more on this edition of Memphis Energized. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Memphis Energized, a half-hour television program that features important news from Memphis Light, Gas, and Water. I'm your host, Michelle McKissick. Discussions about MLGW's aging infrastructure and proposed rate increases have garnered headlines recently. To help customers and stakeholders better understand how upgrading our community's electric power equipment will improve service and reduce outages, town meetings were held around the city. Here's Memphis Energized Lillian Johnson with more on this story.
The president and CEO, along with key members of his staff, went on a listening tour, visiting 4 community centers across Memphis and Shelby County. Town hall meetings were held in Cordova, Midtown, Frazier, and Whitehaven.
We're owned by the people, if you will. We're the people's utility in one sense. And I believe it's important for these folks who really deserve the highest quality service that we can provide to be able to provide some input, especially as we're trying to make critical decisions over the long term regarding their services.
Customers asked pointed questions about everything from tree trimming to solar power. However, the main focus of the discussion centered on improving reliability.
We think it's important that they hear from us directly what our plans are. We want to make sure that they hear from us things that may clarify some rumors or myths that they may have heard about. So we want to make sure that that they hear directly from us and that they can ask us and we can be transparent with them about what our plans are.
Those plans included several rate increase options to make necessary equipment repairs. One of the rate proposals, suggested by Memphis City Council Vice Chairperson Patrice Robinson, would have postponed a change in rates until 2020 and then modest increases over the next 4 years. However, none of those proposals passed, but a 45-cent increase in water rates was approved and will go into effect in March 2019. The increase will prevent a 2019 deficit in the water division. Despite the challenges of an aging infrastructure, Young, who celebrates his 1-year anniversary as the leader of the utility in March 2019, remains committed to providing the best service experiences for customers.
We're privileged to serve our customers, and we just want them to know that we have in mind what we believe is best for them. So that's what we're trying to do.
For Memphis Energized, I'm Lillian Johnson.
Thank you, Lillian. Prior to presenting proposals for rate increases, MLGW implemented several belt-tightening measures to reduce expenses, including changes to some of its benefits plans. Medical plan modifications, which were negotiated in 2017 with the IBEW Local 1288 union, are expected to save between $4 and $5 million. The impact of the medical plan adjustments also resulted in a $60 million reduction in the unfunded liability of the OPEB, or Other Post-Employment Benefit Fund. Also, a downward trend in medical and drug costs resulted in reduction in the OPEB unfunded liability of $200 million. All of this is good news because it means the division has to put fewer dollars towards retiree health care and is in a good position to meet its commitment to workers for their years of service at retirement. MLGW.com recently got a makeover. The site was updated, making it more mobile-friendly. The utility's research showed that more than 50% of MLGW.com visits were by customers on tablets or phones. The new design provides an enhanced mobile experience and affords the same ease of use and functionality as using a desktop computer. With the redesign, the most commonly used pages are now accessible from the homepage, making navigation simpler. Next up for a refresh is My Account, the online account management system. My Account's new improved portal, which will streamline bill payment and offer a more intuitive design, will launch in the coming months. In January, MLGW employees took to the streets of Orange Mound to give back and honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Volunteers led cleanup projects in the neighborhood and even made minor weatherization repairs at selected homes. To tell us more about the MLK Day projects, here's Memphis Energized Chip Washington.
Dr. Martin Luther King was a man with a vision for all and a heart to serve others. It is in that spirit, MLGW hosted an energy-saving workshop as part of its MLK Days of Service events in Orange Mound. Showing seniors how to save on energy bills while providing other useful information like what to watch out for is but one way to connect with the people we serve.
A lot of them are being hit with that here lately, and as a matter of fact, we've gotten calls to say that there are scammers out there that's looking to scam them by calling about their utility bills. So giving them those tips and things that they could do to prevent that, I think, is the most important thing today.
In addition to energy-saving tips, utility assistance programs, and financial education, seniors were also given home energy kits. Jessie Creighton liked what she heard.
Yeah, like they say in the presentation, turn your lights off, turn your hot water heater down, which is a good idea because that can scald you if you have it up too high. And I just got a brand new water heater, so I knew about that.
This was just the beginning of the spirit of giving back. Volunteers gathered the next day to clean up and winterize homes in the area. Edward Boone is a longtime volunteer and says it fits the spirit of the man.
Because first and foremost, being a volunteer gives me a sense of involvement, with the community and things of that nature. And also with Dr. King, he gave the ultimate sacrifice for us. He volunteered his life. So the least we can do on this day to commemorate him is come out and show some sense of volunteering and cleaning up the Orange Mound community.
That also included winterizing homes like this one where Miss Corrine Gentry and her son live. They are very grateful for the help from MLGW and TVA.
We so appreciate everything that these people are doing. They're doing a great job. They really
These two handy helpers are Orange Mound strong, deeply invested and understand what giving a helpful hand is really all about. You can leave Orange Mound, but Orange Mound never leaves you.
So being able to serve in my community, which is Orange Mound, I just really felt that it was a good thing for me to do. I enjoy serving in my community, and it was just something I wanted to do.
Oh no, this is definitely priceless. I mean, to be able to help people that can't do it for themselves, or even just want someone to come and do something for them. I mean, that my heart smiles.
As we commemorate the Martin Luther King Jr. work weekend, it is very important to remember his vision is our mission. Serving you is what we do. In Orange Mound, Chip Washington for Memphis Energized.
Thanks, Chip. Memphis Light Gas and Water Division celebrates its 80th birthday in 2019. MLGW began operating in 1939. 80 years later, it is the nation's largest three-service municipal utility with some of the lowest combined bills of any provider in the country. MLGW began as a dream of prominent Memphians, such as Shelby County political leader and former Memphis Mayor E.H. Crump, to have all of the utilities in the city owned and operated by city government and free of interference from far-off companies and non-local interests. Since 1939, the division has strived to improve the quality of life of Memphis and Shelby County customers through efficient and safe delivery of electricity, natural gas, and water. The slogan found on the first MLGW logo still resonates with the division today: public service, publicly owned. As winter gives way to spring, gardening and home improvement projects get underway. Whether you are planning a do-it-yourself project or hiring a professional, smart digging means calling 811 before each job. Homeowners often make risky assumptions about whether or not they should get their utility lines marked, but every digging job requires a call, even small projects like planting trees and shrubs. The depth of utility lines vary, and there may be multiple utility lines in a common area. Digging without calling can disrupt service to an entire neighborhood, cause harm to you and your neighbors, and potentially result in fines and repair costs. Calling 811 before every digging job gets your underground utility lines marked for free and helps prevent undesired consequences. Don't go away. There's more Memphis Energized after the break. Stay tuned.
George!
Yes, dear.
George! George!
What now, Gladys?
That man next door is digging again.
Not again.
I bet he didn't call 811 before he dug. George? What does gas smell like?
Know what's below. MLGW reminds you to call 811 before you dig, even for small projects.
Share the Pennies needs your change to make a change. You can help ease the burden of a neighbor in need of home weatherization repairs. Your small change is all it takes to make a big difference. You may choose to opt out anytime, but for less than $12 a year, why would you?
I'm in.
I'm in.
We're in.
For more info, visit our website or call 544-6549. All you have to do is care.
It's the baby steps we take together that make our community great. Like making a home energy efficient, helping your neighborhood, cheering someone on. Wherever you find a need in our community, you'll find MLGW employees. And they start by working hard to keep your rates among the lowest in the nation. You can help too by checking your air filter once a month. Take the baby steps that make a difference. Learn more at mlgw.com/babysteps.
When Old Man Winter drops his calling card on the Mid-South, everyone braces for the big chill. But there are ways you and your family can stay warm and save money this winter. Here's how. Set your thermostat at 68 degrees or lower when you're home. Every degree above 68 can add 4% to your heating bills. Buy a programmable thermostat and program in lower temperatures when needed. Wear layered clothing and thick socks to keep warm. At bedtime, lower your thermostat and add extra blankets. Close garage doors, cover foundation vents, and close off vents and doors to seldom used rooms. Keep curtains and blinds closed at night and on cloudy days. Keep them open on sunny days for warmth. Place rolled up towels inside against the bottom of exterior doors and window sills to block wintry drafts. Adjust your water heater temperature to 120 degrees or warm. Make sure delivery and return vents are open in the rooms you use and closed in the unused rooms. In a multi-story home, open vents on the lower floor and partially closed vents on upper stories. If extremely cold weather is forecast, leave faucets dripping slightly and open cabinet doors beneath sinks to circulate warm air. Wrap exposed water pipes with insulation to prevent them from freezing. When temperatures are cold, be sure to check on your elderly neighbors. A final tip, prepare your family to make energy-saving adjustments that will get you through the higher costs during the winter season. For more specific advice on how to prepare, call 528-4968 for a free Energy Savers Guide.
From a young age, we learn not to touch a hot stove and not to play with electricity. We learn that distinctive rotten egg smell of natural gas and to get out if we sense it, and what to do during a power outage. In the unlikely event there is a problem, you need the reliability experts at MLGW. Take baby steps now by correcting hazards both inside and outside your home. Stay safe. Learn more at mlgw.com/babysteps.
At MLG&W, we're working hard to make your life simpler. With our new prepay option, you have the flexibility to choose when you pay your bill. Pay a little each week or once a month. You're in control. And with Prepay's simple-to-use interface, you can initiate payments, set balance alerts, and track your balance and usage in real time. Plus, with Prepay, there are no late fees, deposits, or reconnection fees. Avoid any end-of-month surprises with MLGW's Prepay system. Come into a location and sign up today.
Portable generators are a great way to back up your power in case an outage hits your home, but using one can be dangerous unless you follow these important safety tips. Remember to never use a generator indoors or in an enclosed area such as a garage. Generators emit toxic carbon monoxide from the engine exhaust. A generator should only be operated in a well-ventilated and dry area, away from air intakes to the home. It should be protected from direct exposure to rain and snow, preferably under a canopy, open shed, or carport. Do not attempt to restore power to your entire house by plugging the generator into a wall outlet. Handle fuel carefully. Turn the generator off prior to refueling. Gasoline, kerosene, and other flammable liquids should be stored outside of living areas in properly labeled safety containers. Turn off or disconnect all appliances prior to operating a portable generator. Once the generator is running, appliances powered by the generator can be turned on one at a time. Another thing to remember is that MLGW will not come out to check the generator connections. The customer must use an electrical contractor to ensure that the generator is isolated from the grid to eliminate backfeed. By following these important tips, you can keep your power on in case of an outage and be safe at the same time.
Taking baby steps can make a big difference, especially when those baby steps help you save energy. Small things we learn throughout our lifetime. Adjusting the thermostat to 68 degrees, keeping the wind out, and buying energy-efficient appliances make a big difference. When you take baby steps, you reduce your energy usage and costs. Learn how at mlgw.com/babysteps.
Welcome back to Memphis Energized. 2 employees were recognized with the MLGW Hero Award after coming to the aid of a young girl. Cedric Taylor and Marshawn Strickland were at the right place at the right time when a school-aged girl was pursued by a man asking her for sex. The girl tapped on the window of Taylor's work truck as he was parked in a Binghamton neighborhood logging a service ticket. She was crying. She kept looking back over her shoulder, Taylor explained. He called 911 and fellow employee Marshawn Strickland, who was working nearby, for backup. They both waited with the girl, and boldly her pursuer also waited not far away. Within minutes, Memphis police arrived. James Williams, 26 years old, was arrested and charged for solicitation of a minor. Both Taylor and Strickland said they don't consider themselves heroes. I was glad I was there, Taylor said. MLGW once again teamed up with the Neighborhood Christian Center to make sure area seniors were not left out in the cold this winter. 100 electric blankets and 100 space heaters were given to qualified low-income seniors and disabled residents of Shelby County through the Power of Warmth program. The Power of Warmth has become an annual event and expanded to include a senior expo, connecting residents with valuable information on social services and community programs. Women make up 50% of the population but are underrepresented in many industries, including the utility industry, where they comprise 22%. The national numbers for women in management at utilities are about the same. At MLGW, those numbers are better, as 34% of supervisory positions are held by women, but there's still room for improvement. And a new affinity program called the Women in Energy Empowerment Series aims to promote and encourage women in leadership roles.
Mississippi native Myrtle Jones kicked off the MLGW Women in Energy Empowerment Luncheon Series. She is the Senior Vice President of Tax at Halliburton and is responsible for managing the company's global tax affairs. 300 people report to her either directly or indirectly. For Jones, the path to the executive office was not laid out, so she blazed her own trail.
When I was coming along, I think I said during my speech, there were not people that looked like me, either gender or racially, that were in a position that I could even look up to, let alone go to for advice and tips and mentoring and sponsorship.
Jones is deeply involved in 2 affinity programs at Halliburton and stresses their importance.
People need mentors. They need also a sense of community. They need a place where they can go to have with people with common issues and challenges, that they can talk things out and feel comfortable, expressing what it is that they're dealing with. And it's also for encouragement and for celebration. And when they do achieve something, to be able to have a group of people that will celebrate and cheer you on.
The Women in Energy Empowerment Series is the brainchild of MLGW's Vice President of Community and External Affairs, Gail Jones Carson.
A lot of times we just need to see other people who are doing well and hear their stories and be motivated by their stories. And that gives us a little bit more encouragement, a little bit more motivation to continue to strive and to not give up.
And it's an uphill battle. Globally, women hold just 24% of senior roles in the workplace. Energy and mining are listed as industries that are most lacking women in leadership. There are 18 female leaders hired for every 82 male leaders, according to a study presented at the World Economic Forum. And women of color are just a fraction of that average. MLGW management knows that being more inclusive is beneficial.
The one key thing for me is I truly believe in diversity, that you have young people, that you have women, that you have different races, and just all kinds of diversity at the table, because that's how companies, organizations, and this company will continue to grow.
That's the goal behind this Women in Energy series. When we empower each other, we all go far, just like Jones.
I hope that what they can take away from it is that, coming from where I came from and seeing where I've been able to go, that they understand that there's no limits. And where they start has nothing to do with where they finish.
For Memphis Energized, I'm Dawn Murphy.
MLGW speakers are coming to a location near you. Here's a calendar of events featuring dates for informative workshops and holiday closings. Are you looking for an even easier way of keeping up with your utility bill? Then look no further than your cell phone for MLGW text alerts. Customers can sign up to receive text message notifications of billing due dates and possible impending cutoffs. Customers can register for the program at mlgw.com/textalerts. To help keep emergency lines clear for those life-threatening situations, customers are reminded to use 528-4465 only for emergencies. MLGW deemed emergencies are considered things such as gas leaks, downed electric wires, broken water mains inside a building, or unsafe street barricades. If you need to stop, start, or transfer service, call the Customer Care Center at 544-6549, Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. And if typing rather than talking is more convenient for you, then you can get your questions answered with just the click of a mouse. MLGW's web chat feature for residential customers can be found at mlgw.com. Web chat is available for all residential customers from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Web chat provides a full range of service options, including the option to make payment arrangements. And as always, customers can send any of their utility-related questions and feedback to MLGW Customer Care at mlgw.org. For your safety and to protect our employees, please remember to use caution when driving in a utility work zone. These zones located throughout the city don't have to be dangerous if you use caution. Many times you will see crews working near streets and highways when installing gas mains or working on overhead or underground power lines. Utility work zones are clearly marked with signs or work zone flaggers, so please pay attention. And remember, speed limits may be reduced in work zones. Thanks for helping to keep our employees safe so we can do the best work for you. We've covered a lot in this edition of Memphis Energized. I hope you've learned a lot and will join us next time. And remember to join us online at Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and at MLGW.com. Until next time, I'm Michelle McKissick. Thanks for watching.